Welcome, welcome. My name is Damon, and this is Selby, and we are here in Wellington with a bit of Necromunda for you. Here is the table. Excuse the mess in the background. This is work in progress. I've just moved house, and we've got this wonderful garage to play with. And we're just kicking up our new campaign this Wellington I can't speak in Wellington, and this is my first time shooting any sort of video like this, and this is of course a work in progress. We're going to aim to be the first sort of Kiwis doing this, I suppose. Yeah. So I'm doing this on my phone. We haven't got microphones, we haven't got good lighting, but that's all going to come should we get good at doing this, I think.
Yeah, we got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, we've got a lot to figure out, but we're really good at running campaigns, I think. Me and Selby have been co-arbitrating for 4 years or something now in Wellington, and we've had really successful campaigns. And just we've had a lot of fun really, and we've been able to house rule stuff and make some really cool sort of narrative play here as well. So this is the board that we've got going on at the moment. Currently got 2 sets of terrain here. We've got a tabletop combat, TT combat one that I put together over Christmas, which is all the round units, which is looking really good actually. Like I can't paint it properly because it's been sprayed with the wrong kind of paint, which is a bit of a schoolboy error on my part, but again, it's all a part of the learning curve. And then we've got these beautiful tiles here that Selby's actually made quite a while ago now, a couple of years ago, that we've got a little sump river going on, and we've got some little shanty shacks along the side, and we've set it up as a sort of war-torn area pretty much on one side, and then the other side is much more industrial looking, so it's looking pretty cool. 4x4 is and it's really, really dense, so you've got some great little firing lines if you look down here. So we're playing a first game of the campaign, aren't we?
Yep, first game, kicking it off.
Like I said, me and Selby are sort of co-arbitrating, so it's always good that we play the first game against each other, because our games are always really brutal. We usually kill at least a leader or a champion each, and we just don't bottle out because we're horrible.
Fight till the end.
Fight till the end, yeah. So we'll quickly go through what we've got in our gangs. Shall I start?
Yep.
So I'm actually going to go through you can't really see them here too much, but we've actually already deployed. I'll tell you what we're doing in a minute, but I've got quite an interesting looking gang. You might look at them and think, what the hell are these guys? But they're basically ex-House Cattalus underhive Outcasts gang. So we have got a Vansar aligned House Cattalus exile gang, basically, led by the House Cattalus delegation. This is my I can't do 2 things at once. This is my masked killer, Ayuki Yagyu, who is pretty cool. And then we've got the other member down here, which is the Mind Frayed down there as well, which you can see on Instagram in all its glory. But yeah, my game's quite interesting. It's not very potent, it's more fluffy. We're not those kind of people. We like to just play for fluff more than anything. I've got some gang cards here that I've written out though. My leader, Ayuki, is the masked killer. So she's part of the Cattalus delegation. She's pretty cool. She's kind of an assassin build. She's got really high initiative and lots of attacks, so she's definitely good in close combat. I chose to give her the mastercrafted power sword instead of the long rifle. You can have an option. And she's got a las pistol too. And all of her stuff gets shock because she's got this artistry of murder thing. Mesh armor and a body glove because Vansar. She's also coming with dodge too, and she can reroll flesh wounds, which is disgusting, but kind of cool. We've then got Retsudo Yagyu, who's her granddad. He's kind of my marksman, Vansar sort of shooter. He's only an outcast champion, so he hasn't got the best stats, but we've got him some cool kit, as you can see there. We've got hotshot las gun with an infrasight, grapnel launcher, body glove, etc. with the marksman skill, so he's a shooter. We've then got Aiko, who is similar. She's sort of Vansar chick, both Forge World minis. Here's this one. So she's my sort of cyborg. And she's got, I gave her Bull Charge, which is a kind of strange one. I just thought it would be fun. The idea is that she's got a grapnel launcher too, and I've given her Torsonic Alpha Cybernetics, which gives her, if you know that one, gives you damage 3 unarmed attacks. So she has a hotshot las pistol and a mighty slapping hand. She basically just fists you off buildings with Bull Charge. It's pretty cool. Kamiyui Shinza is the Mind Frayed, so he's got 2 flails and a Displacer field with Berserker, and he's really annoying, isn't he?
Yes.
He's really annoying.
Yes.
We've then got Jubei Minamoto, who's got a Lasgun fighting knife. He's just scum, flak armor. We've then got Takako, who is my little nurse, Forge World nurse. You can see her there, look. She's taking a hazard suit, fighting knife, las pistol, rad grenades. And then we've got Avelena, who is kind of a cool model. I'll put her on here. She's my version of Scabs, but a female version. So, there you go. She's got a stub gun and a las gun on her back, because I changed that one out. And, yeah, stub gun, las gun. We've got Yaga, who is a beast man, who's probably my favourite one. He has got a shotgun, old enforcer guy. And then last but not least, we've got Atla, who is a big German chick with an autogun, basically. So, what do you got, Selby? Let's get around here quickly.
Hiding at the top here, he is my champion with a long rifle, stub gun, overwatch, and mesh armor.
Love the colour scheme of these. Real badass.
Now, hiding down there, Trance is a specialist ganger with a web gun.
Groans from the web gun.
And mesh armor.
What are you going to do, huh?
And behind them is the Voiceless, which is a Cygax who's just got mesh armor and sight blight.
I bet he's fun at parties.
So it makes you blind if you're not too careful.
Yeah, so like a bubble of darkness, basically.
Yeah. Off the table, we've got my Cygeist, Ace of Spades. He is carrying a Shiver Sword, auto pistol, mesh armor, and he has the Clamber skill.
Looks like he's got a very bad neck problem as well.
Yep, bad back problem.
Yeah.
Then at the back, we've got Melita, the Collector, who's carrying a shotgun, a stiletto knife.
Just out of interest, what does he collect?
Information.
Ah, of course. Silly me.
And souls. He's got Evade and the Penumbral Mirror.
Which, if you don't know, if you're not familiar with the new Delaque book, these guys are disgusting, but really, really good fun, really fluffy, but incredibly potent, powerful. They can come onto the game, kind of like Infiltrate, but they can come in pretty much whenever they want and just appear next to shit and just kill it instantly with this horrible samurai sword. Selby's decided not to be a complete dick and taken the sword instead of the massive claws, which are just completely OP. And this guy with the penumbral, what's it called? Penumbral mirror can slingshot him and slingshot other people around the board through terrain and whatnot, which is really quite scary. So there you go.
Yeah, next to him, the guy carrying the shotgun. He is a Psychoteric Thrall. Yep. They're a bit of fun. You can cast psychic powers through them. So he's just got a fighting knife and a shotgun. He's
basically a gimp. You can see with his mask there as well.
Yep.
Pretty much Delaque are gimps, but they're probably my favourite gang, to be honest. My favourite house, I must say.
Then we've got the unnamed Juve, who's just carrying a stub gun and smoke grenade.
The unnamed has now been named.
And he's still unnamed.
I like his red smoke grenade, that's cool.
We've got one ganger who's carrying an auto gun.
Hello.
And smoke grenades and his flak armor. And the last ganger who has got a las gun.
Yep.
And flak armor.
Perfect. Okay, well, we're going to get into it. This is going to be quite a quickly... we're just going to go over what we do each turn. We're going to highlight it rather than just showing all the dice rolls and stuff, but we might change the format at some point later on. But for now, we're just going to get into it. We're starting the campaign today, so this is a Monster Hunt scenario. The reason why it's a Monster Hunt scenario is because the way that we set up our campaign is quite different to a lot of people. There's lots of house rules, and we can go through that in more detail at a later point, yes. I suppose. But we have a map. If you'd like to show the map, Selby. This is the whole campaign that we're doing now centres around a group hunt for a famous monster known as the... You've forgotten what it's called. Basically, it's an amble. Did I just say that? Oh, okay. But each week we get 4 locations to choose from?
Varies.
Basically, Selby is the sort of dungeon master of sorts, and he gives out information to the gangs. But yeah, the Jam Fiend. The Jam Fiend. So he gives out information each week. as to where the Gem Fiend has been, and we as gangs, when we play a game, we have to pick between 3 set scenarios, and we have to pick a position to fight over, basically. However, if one of those, of the 4 that we pick, if we pick the one that has the last known location of the Gem Fiend, then we have to do a monster hunt, and lucky me, I picked the one that makes us have to do the monster hunt. So game 1, we're up against, potentially up against an amble here. Obviously that's not the end of the campaign in one game. We're just going to sort of play it as if we fight against him and injure him, then he keeps the injury for the last sort of final game, you know.
Final hunt.
But yeah, it's going to last for quite a few weeks, and we've got 6 people in the campaign, so we'll try and highlight some of those as well. But yeah, knowing my luck, I got the one location here that I picked was the one. So we are now playing a monster hunt. So it's switched from what was it going to be?
Defile the Relic.
Defile the Relic, which is quite one-sided anyway. So I'm kind of pleased that this is going to be a more even battle. But I'm never that excited about playing Selby and his Yankee Nactgul, but we'll get it out of the way early on, I suppose, and we'll get into it. So we're not going to show you the dice rolls and such, but we're just going to do a highlight of where people went, what happened that turn, and then go through it like that. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Let's get into it. Selby's now got a jacket on because he was getting cold. He's from Hawke's Bay, so he's a little bit fragile.
Fragile. Used to hot. He's hotter.
We're just going to do a quick roundup of what just happened. Not a lot just happened, actually. My Vansar champion has grapnel launched up to the building. We've got Doc over here, or Nursey, should I say. She's at the bottom of the stairs. A couple other gangers. The Mind Frayed. My leader is behind here with... I didn't highlight this earlier, but I'm using a proxy for my psychic cat. Maybe I did, actually. But this is an information token, so we're using that as information in this campaign. You'll see how that works. Got a Lasgunner on a ladder who just got shot at and luckily got missed. And then we've got my other champion on this side. So basically, leader through the middle, champion on one side, champion on the other side. So there's obviously a clear symmetry going on here. We've got Yaga with the shotgun and an auto gun over here. All that happened in the last game is we moved forward into positions. We've got the long rifle champ on the building here. He just opened up and rolled a 1, trying to shoot all the way over there. Can you see? There he is. Shot him, rolled a 1. Yeah, he's got the long rifle infrasight and he's got Overwatch. He's going to be an absolute pest on this terrain. And we've got a web gun moving forwards under here. Luckily, all my posh targets are on the other side of the board at the moment. We've then got the side guys through here. We've got the Thrall through the middle.
With the Juve.
With the Juve, who's on the information token as
Backed
well.
Up by the leader.
And then the leader somewhere sneaking around. I can't see where he
Bottom
is.
of the stairs.
Oh, he's down there.
Bottom
There's
of the ladder.
what's his name again?
Collector.
The Collector. The Collector. And then we got an auto gun over here. And there was a las gun somewhere, I think.
Gun's down there.
Las gun's down here. And that's it for that turn. No one got hurt. It was very soft. We're just moving in.
Shot.
Oh, yeah. The auto gun took a pot shot over there as well at Atla on that bridge over there, and he also was just out of range actually by about an inch. So now we're figuring out our ranges in the first turn as we like to do. So we know comfortably that this long rifle is pretty much in range of everything on a 4x4 board. So he shot way over to here, and I think that was about a 40-inch shot. So not far off the maximum there for a long rifle, but. Yeah, we're going to get into turn 2 and we're going to see what happens. And I imagine things will get more explosive in turn 2, and usually a champ dies, which is what happens with me and Selby. So there we go. We'll see what happens. All right, it is the end of turn 2 in this monster hunt. We've got the Yagyu Outcasts over here, Yagyu clan, and we've got the Shadow Brokers over here. Now this little cheeky man here has been annoying already with his long rifle, but he just rolled a 1 to hit, shooting all the way through that building over there into Jubei Minamoto, and he missed, rolls a 1 and also ammo checks and runs out of ammo, which I am really sad about.
He hasn't hit anything
As you
yet.
can imagine, he hasn't hit anything yet, but he's always a menace just having an Overwatch long rifle, as anyone who plays Necromunda will know. In the new rules, Overwatch in the old rules was even better, I think, because everyone could just do it as an action. It wasn't even a skill, from what I remember. Anyway, that's pretty much all that happened. We shot a few things. A lot of them missed. I missed everything, and the biggest thing happened was Atla got shot off the top of this little sewage pipe thing, and she fell as well. She's seriously injured and flesh wounded. But Yaga is there to support in the recovery rolls in the end phase. So this is the end of that.
2 shots from Agent.
2 shots from an auto gun, yeah, at long range did it, but she was in the open, unfortunately. I've got my information token, and so has Selby. The Juve through there, as you can see in the background, has got his information token for this game as well. Got an auto gun up on the roof there. We've got a lead around the back. The Nactgul has not appeared. This guy down here just did a pop shot at my leader, but failed his cool check as well. My leader has moved much more centrally. The masked killer is in the building down there. You can just make her out in the building underneath there. And this champion here has repositioned into the middle. And this champion here is moving more central as well. And we also have a Psygeist who's just casted
Sight Blight.
Sight Blight. So Sight Blight gives you a little bubble of blindness, basically. He's quite annoying. He can just kind of walk in amongst your guys at certain ranges. We've also got a web gun creeping around here, which is going to be very annoying for these 3 in the building that are trying to progress. So that's the end of the second round, and we've got a Beast Slayer token just appearing over here. So things are starting to pop off with that now as we go into turn 3, and before we roll for priority we just need to do the recovery for my one. In fact, you know what, I'm just going to roll it here anyway. I'm going to roll 2 dice because I've got Yaga in support there. A death and a flesh wound, so I'll take that flesh wound. She's now down to toughness 1. And this is turn 3. Alright, this is the end of turn 3, and of course quite a lot of shit just happened. Yeah, as you can see, the Yagyu clan have advanced a little bit. Atla over there recovered, got a flesh wound, so she's now toughness 1. We have got all sorts of shit going on. I've moved quite, even across the board. This dog here, unfortunately, is not a dog. It's actually a Beast Slayer marker, and my leader charged it and rolled a bunch of 1s, but did take 2 wounds off it. So it hit me back, and I parried it. So I'm all good for now, but I am in the open, which is kind of annoying. The Delaque have been moving. Oh yeah, little wound thing there. The Delaque have been moving forward fairly steadily. They haven't done much damage. They've missed a lot of shots. The long rifle went out of ammo.
Reloaded.
And has now reloaded though. The interesting thing here is we've got a development over here. We've got the nurse behind here who moved forward. My champion here with the hotshot las pistol, and most importantly, the beast that is Kamiyui Shinza, the mind frayed, has just run forward and stood next to the psychic Delaque, who then ran away. Just ran off because he didn't want to be anywhere near him. And I'm putting a bit of pressure onto this side here with a view to sort of chase down this long rifle in the end. We got the web gun didn't have enough targets to really make it worth it, so he's retreated a little bit as well. So he's going to do something next turn. He's going to take one of these guys out with his web gun, I'm sure. But most importantly, the Nactgul is now in play. So he's snuck round behind on my right. Just behind the nurse here who's in cover, so he could do some nasty shit from behind. I could get sandwiched between a web gun and an Nactgul, so I might have to shift play a little bit, depending on who gets priority. I think you got priority.
We have to roll for
We haven't rolled for priority. Should we roll for priority on camera? Might as well. Let's have a look. I rolled a 2.
A what?
2.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, that means I get it, doesn't it? Or did...
Who had it last round? I did, didn't I? Yeah.
You did, yeah, I get it.
You get it.
Sucker. So, yeah, it's all to play for here, and we'll meet you back on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, and one more thing that did happen that I completely forgot about is las guns. When they work, they really work. We had a Juve, the Juve who picked up, the Delaque Juve who picked up the information token, got taken out by a las gun shot in hard cover, dead. Well, not dead, sorry. He's got an eye injury, which is not particularly nice. So we got another Beast Layer marker there. We've got 3 Beast Layer markers in play right now. I also did another las gun shot through the window here, and managed to take a flesh wound off, again in hard cover, off the Thrall. So I've been rolling 6s. Selby's been rolling ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is what happens, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
Sure
we've had
is.
one guy down so far. That's it, one
More to
casualty so far. But but there's going to be a lot more to come, so we'll see. Oh dear.
That
Yeah,
was a
so it all erupted in that turn. Where to begin?
Start over this side.
I mean, yeah, we had the next ghoul turn up. I kind of ran away from him, and he did nothing really. We had a web gun, use a tactics card, which meant that what's the tactics card?
He gets taken away from the battlefield and then gets placed 4 inches within it. Shifting shadows.
Which was ridiculous. So he placed him lined up against my Mind Frayed, who was quite close, and this chick down here, Scabs, who took out the Juve earlier on. Used the web gun, sprayed, seriously injured the Mind Frayed, and just pinned her. But I then used the tactics card on the Mind Frayed, which was all or nothing, which is a disgusting card. Look, plays when activating a fighter. The fighter who may be seriously injured immediately becomes standing and active and may perform up to 3 actions during the activation. So of course I played that on the mind frame. Sorry, and he goes out of action at the end. So I thought, fuck it, let's go with it. He's crazy anyway. So he stood up, charged the web gun, rolled a lot of 1s and 2s.
Yep.
Missed everything. Hit with one. Didn't even wound with that, and then got punched in the face with one bare hand and taken out of action. So that was a complete waste of an awesome card, but seriously fun. Other than that, I shot and missed with my sniper, which was terrible. The
Thrall is taking a beating.
Yeah, the Thrall's been shot several times, and I've missed trying to finish him off as well, so he's got 2 flesh wounds down there. My leader's moved forward a little bit. What have you forgot?
His second flesh wound means a token turns up.
Does it? Oh shit, it does. Yep, so we forgot the Beast Lair rule. So a token turns up this many inches away, which is what?
4 inches.
4 inches, you get to place a 4-inch beast marker token somewhere. Oh dear. So now I have a problem in my area. Okay. We're about to start the next turn. I think probably going to end up being the last turn. I imagine shit's going to kick off big time. We might have bottle checks coming soon as well. Yeah. We've lost 1 each, I think.
1 each.
I've got 9 starting, you've got 8 starting, so we're still a way off, but we'll see, because I feel like things are probably going to kick off quite majorly, depending on who gets priority at the moment, so we'll see about that, but yeah, let's go. Turn 4?
Turn 4.
Turn 4 now. Alright, Selby's looking serious over there. Yeah, all kind of hell broke loose just then. We're both on the verge of bottling. Both of us are now in a position to be able to bottle. We've got the Nactical over here, just shot my nurse in the back with 3 shots, seriously injured her. The web gun seriously injured my Scabs. Well, I'm going to call her Scabette. And then the Psygeist came over and kicked her in the face. She shifted over here. Nothing's really happened with her. She's just been pinging around with a grapnel launcher. I stood in the open with my champion, who's basically also done the Batman thing with his grapnel launcher for the entire game and done nothing. He ammo checked and then got shot in the face with the Delaque leader's shotgun. He's now seriously injured as well. We haven't rolled for recovery yet though, so I'm going to do that now. And we've got a couple of Beast Lair markers around. This dog here, unfortunately, we're using as a Beast Lair's marker because we've got nothing else. We've got one on this side and there's another one in the corner over there. So it's probably down to this last one now. We've both used a tactics card each. Quite a few guys have run out of ammo. I'm feeling like things are not looking too great though. The 2 that have gone out of action, both out cold luckily, so for a campaign that's pretty good. And you've lost only 1, so you've lost the Juve.
In my Thrall.
Oh, and the Thrall. The Thrall's out cold, yeah.
The Juve lost an eye too.
Juve lost an eye. Juves lose eyes. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Don't play with lasers, kids.
Exactly. Especially digi-lasers in the bedroom. Yeah, look at this bottleneck of crazy shit going on down there. We'll see what happens in this next turn. But I think this is probably going to be the last one, I would say. But you never know. You never know. Me and Selby always have games that go on for a long time because neither of us wants to bottle. So, but what's this, turn 5 now? Fuck, turn 5. Okay, so we've got it going on, but yeah, we'll be back. And it just goes on, and it's yeah, we've had a few more A few more things happen.
Yep.
We had my auto gun shot the Delaque auto gun up on the railing there, and he fell down and seriously injured himself. Poor guy. And we've also had a lot of beast layer markers because we were forgetting about putting them down, which is what happens sometimes. But we've got quite a few of them down now. I have lost 2. You've lost 2. 3 now, and neither of us bottled. Actually, we just rolled bottle checks. And we both rolled. Yeah, the web gun, most importantly, after taking someone out, got hit by the. Oh, sorry. Yep. After just pinning and not wounding my champ, ended up getting taken out by this beast lair. Hit, wound, 3 damage. Ouch. But he's okay to play in the campaign. But so far, it's still a sort of stalemate, really. We've got the Nactgul hasn't done anything this game. He's just been running around, not hitting things with his auto pistol. And really, yeah, I think not a huge amount happened that turn, really. Like, not a big shift. I thought one of us would use the well, I tried to destroy another beast lair marker down there and took a wound off it. My leader's just running around trying to take out those for the greater good, really, instead of taking out Selby's guys, which is unfortunate. But the Delaque leader with evade is being very hard to pin down as well. He's hiding behind a little railing over there, and he's just been impossible to shoot. My marksman has got up now. He's recovered with a flesh wound and a wound lost, so he's back in the game, but he's run out of hotshot las. What else? We've both used lots of tactics cards. Have you used both of your tactics cards? I've still got 1 left. I think this feels like it might be the last turn, but we'll see how it goes. Yep. It's now a bottle off. I mean, it's a bottle off, bottleneck. I mean, what the fuck just happened there? Suddenly I have a leader, 2 champs, my pet, and 1 ganger. Is that right?
Pet's still carrying your information token. Yes.
Pet is still carrying my information token. We have a lot of beast lair markers everywhere. The Nactgul is under here, and we've got a Psygeist under here who's basically kicked 2 people to death this game. That's all he's done, and walked around with his cloak of night shadow. And we've got the leader who's very hard to pin down still with his evade. But
and the pin champ.
Oh, and a pinch. Oh, yeah. So I used Tripwire, which is a really great, funny card. So as soon as I had the opportunity to use it, basically, if you move up and down a ladder at the end of your move, you are pinned. So he didn't fail his initiative check, but he did get pinned. This is the sniper on the roof there. So it's another thing to just keep him out of the game for now. But yeah, and you can see I've got 4 out now. Atla, bless her. She did really well with just 2 flesh wounds for the entire game, but she is now critically injured and probably not coming back after this one, because I doubt I have any money to bring her back after this game, because I don't think there's any money in this game, is there?
If we kill the beast, there is.
Yeah, we're not going to kill any beast. We've got 4 beast lair tokens down so far. My leader's done 2 by herself, which is pretty cool. So we're kind of focusing more on that now as we wind down the end of this game. We'll see what happens. But it's now a bottle off. We might as well just do that on camera. So
yep.
Your bottle roll is now a what, 3?
Is it 3?
You do not bottle with a 2. And what am I bottling on? I've lost 4 and I've got no serious injuries, so 5.
5.
I'm fine too with another 2, so it's not a bottle off. Neither of us bottled yet, so this will be really interesting.
Still going strong.
But we have a Nactgul and a leader and a sniper, so we've both got very heavy crews. I've lost most of my gangers and so have you, so we've both got champs and stuff left, which is going to be interesting. My marksman champ, the old man with the hotshot las gun, he is now reloaded, but he is minus a wound and minus a flesh wound, so he's not been too good this game. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Okay, that's the end of that round. My leader just charged, Oyuki Yagyu, the clan leader, just charged and took out another beast lair marker. So we've got 5 taken out now, and she's taken out 3 all by herself, which is pretty good stuff. Again, it's going to be a bottle off for this one. I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, including the pet. And then we've got the Nactgul retreating here with a seriously injured Psygeist, and the champ over there, and the leader sort of sneaking around in the back there with evade, because he's very hard to pin down, that boy. Shall we roll to see bottle checks? It will be me, don't worry. I've said it now, but let's see what you roll. I rolled a 4. I do not bottle. I would bottle on a 5. You do bottle.
I've bottled.
He's bottling. So we get to see what happens now, see who runs away. We may as well film this. So let's see. Well, your leader first. This is cool shit.
He's fine.
What is he? 7? Yeah, that's fine. His leader's going to have at least a 6 of cool, because if your gangers have got a 6, I think.
Yeah. So my natural is fine.
He's also fine. He's got a 6 of double, I imagine. Champion is fine.
And me Psyghost,
who is seriously injured, by the way. He might not
7,
be okay. Is he? Okay.
7+.
So now we just roll recovery for him. He's got an assist from the natural. He's dead plus flesh wounded. So he's flesh wounded. So that's the second flesh wound for the natural, for the Psyghost. And as we go into, this must be the last one. We've got to take out one more beast lair. And you've bottled, but no one left the game, so we've still got it all to go.
Yep.
In an interesting turn of events, Selby and I have come to some sort of gentleman's agreement, because I took out the last beast lair marker and the amble has arrived. Of course, I'm using an ambot model there, but you get the picture. So we're basically all just taking it out. My psychic cat has just frozen time, which was interesting at the end of the turn there, to stop the beast getting its charge off. And yeah, it's basically, we're just going to try and take it out and see what happens. Yeah.
Taking 3 wounds off it already?
Yeah, we took 3 wounds off it. I don't know what with. My shotgun guys pumped a solid shot into it and took 2 wounds. It didn't save it. What was the other one from?
My Natgul's
From a Natgul's auto pistol. So there you go. It's got what, 4 wounds, 5 wounds left. So
5 wounds.
My leader's looking like she might want to charge it at some point soon. The Natgul's moving closer as well. So we'll see who takes it out. But we're just gonna go easy on each other for now, because I think it's like, first game of the campaign. We've kind of already taken a few people out. It's probably better if we just focus on the target. So we'll see what happens. What was this all about? This game's turned into, I don't know what it's turned into, but it's turned into something. It's a very long one. We've managed to get it down to its last wound, and I just flesh wounded it with my leader charging in. Shotguns have been great in this game, and yeah, it's a double effort now. It's got no wounds left. It was on its last wound, and yeah, we're going to take it out this turn. My leader avoided getting slapped in the face by it, so that's nice.
Who sticks around? My Natgul ran away.
Yeah, the Natgul ran away. Unfortunately, we've still got a couple of guys in play. I haven't bottled yet, so again, it'll be interesting to see. Do I bottle? This is the question, because if I do, it's a big one. I do bottle, so. So this is a big one. I'm actually going to roll for my leader now, because yeah, I need a 5. I get it. So my leader does stick around, and so does everybody else around her within 12 inches. Oh, I didn't even use that guy. There you go. You just forget things at the end of the game. I had a guy in the window there with the las gun who hasn't done anything. So I'll roll for him in a second. But yeah, we'll finish this off now. We're still going. We still haven't taken it out. It's taken another 2 flesh wounds. We've been shooting it, hacking at it. It hasn't managed to kill any of us yet, which is quite pleasing, but we're still in the same position. No one's bottled out yet. Completely.
Ammo, run out of ammo.
Yeah, we've all run out of ammo. It's just, yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. Okay, so it's finally over. Oyuki, it was the absolute heroine of the game. She took out the beast with her power sword at the end there. And that was pretty cool. So she got a whopping 10 XP from that game, which is insane, because she took out loads of stuff, basically.
Yeah, a lot of beast layers. Taking the beast out. That's a lot.
Yes, we did that. Yeah, we altered things a little bit. There was a bit too much money in the winnings, and I rolled like 3d6 times 10. I think I got 2 6s and a 5, so we just limited that, because it's for campaign purposes, it would be a bit silly if I kept all that money. It would just be so unfair, really, especially when you roll that big. So I've handicapped myself there, which is fine. Much
experience as well.
Yeah, exactly, and the experience to me is much more valuable in this game, because it's where you get skills and stuff, isn't it? So it's more fun. But yeah, it was a really fun game. I really enjoyed it. Did you enjoy that one?
Yeah, it was good fun.
Yeah,
it was back and forth.
And yeah, the Outcasts end up becoming the victors in that one. So it'll be interesting to see what the next few games hold in the campaign. But that's it for now, I think. Yeah, I got enough money just about to buy a new ganger after losing the one that got critically injured. So that'll be cool. Yeah.
Yeah, few injuries on my side, few out cold.
Yeah.
So it wasn't too bad.
Again, like it was a long one, lasted a while, but we got there in the end. It was good fun.
Champs and leaders are still standing.
Yeah, that's the main thing,
the
isn't it? Cool. And that's the wrap up for everything. So see you in the next one.